The Tomy and Trackmaster invented the Thomas the Tank Engine. Episode 53. Thomas breaks a promise. The engines were still trying to recount what happened a few weeks earlier from Diesel 10 and the Diesels, and Lady was going to stay on Soldier for a little while. One late summer afternoon, Thomas the Tank Engine was feeling restless. Summer is almost over, he complained, and I didn't have any fun for the past couple weeks after what happened at the Diesels. Just then, Gordon, the big engine, arrived. Silly little Thomas. We're not here to have fun. We're here to work. Well, that didn't make time feel any better what happened at that big adventure to the mainland to find our missing friend. I'd rather have fun instead of being bossed around the yard, he said to himself. The next morning, the top and hat gathered all the engines together. What could this be all about? asked James curiously. Jane soon find out. Good morning, everyone, cried the top and hat. Good morning, said the engines. Well, don't you remember the bridge that Percy went on and had to rescue Charlie? Well, good news. We're gonna reopen that line today. But first, we need to make sure everything is ready, and to do that, I need someone to make sure to check that the cylinders are working. Who will want to volunteer? Oh, me, sir, said Thomas. Please, can I go? Very well, Thomas. You must make sure that the cylinders are working right. Now, everyone, safety is our concern. Safety comes first. If the cylinder is not working, Thomas, you better let me know. Understand? Yes, sir, said Thomas. And the top and hat laughed. Ha, said Thomas. It'll be a lot better than to be bossed around the yard by you, gelding soldiers. Oh, the indignity. Thomas, there's no need to be rude like that. Thomas laughed, cheekily laughing as he left the yard, while the other engines went with their work. Thomas likes being on new tracks. I know about this part of the island before at an exciting beyond Vickers-town, said Thomas. He makes sure that the cylinder was working right. And he makes sure twice as well. This will be easy as pie, said Thomas happily. Now, Thomas, said his driver. A man with the top and hat said, safety is our first concern. Yeah, driver, I got it. Just wait and see. The track was so long, but Thomas didn't seem to mind it. It went on a few of the mountains and through some dangerous curves of track. Thomas had almost reached the end of the branch of the line when he saw a sign that says Carnival today only. A carnival, said Thomas. How would I love to go if I'm not busy with the new line? I never been on this line before. Well, that was the line that the bridge collapsed that put the risk to say Charlie. Then Thomas had an idea. If I go to the carnival now, he said to himself, then I can check on the cylinders and a little bit later. Thomas, said his driver, I don't think that's a good idea. It's better we stick to the job first, then we can have some fun. Come on, driver. It's not gonna hurt one bit. Come on. It will not hurt. Pretty please. His driver decided. Whatever you say, Thomas. It's not gonna be my fault you're gonna get into this mess. The points changed, and Thomas went on to go to the carnival. Soon Thomas arrived at the carnival, and still a lot of children. "Oh look, there's Thomas!" cried the children. The children walked up and greeted the #1 blue tank engine. Thomas smiled as he beamed from buffer to buffer. At the carnival, there were rides and cotton candy. The children were very happy that Thomas came. He had never been day prouder than his whole entire career. When Thomas got back to the yard, the Top Hat was waiting. "You've been out for a pretty long, Thomas. How did it go?" "If the new branch line is ready?" "Yes, it is," said Thomas. "It is ready." And just like that, Thomas had told a lie. He didn't mean to tell a lie. He even got to finish the job after the carnival. But how you can tell that to the Top Hat? "Good," to the Top Hat. "Now I better make sure that everything is ready for tomorrow's reopening of the new line." Thomas was worried and he gulped. What if there's trouble? He thought to himself. What if the cylinders didn't work on that line that the bridge fell down? It's gonna be open tomorrow. Then Thomas had an idea. I know. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna sneak very early and make sure everything is working while everyone else is asleep. That evening, it was a rainstorm across the island. Percy would have to pull the mail train even though it was a rainy night. But the rain had flooded some of the set on this mail route. Percy had to find a different way to get around it. "Don't worry, Percy," said the Topping Hat. You can try on that line that you went on that bridge. It's now fixed, and it's gonna be open tomorrow." "I hope so," said Percy. Percy set off with the mail train. The rain poured heavily as Percy went on the line. Percy tried to hold on tight to grip with his wheels onto the tracks. "This rain is making me ill," said Percy. Then there was trouble. One of the cylinders that Percy went on didn't work, and the rail was so slippery from the rain that Percy was going to a sharp bend. "Look out!" cried Percy's driver. Percy's driver applied the brake, but it was too late. The last bend and the caboose went flying off the track, and they were indeed damaged. Luckily for Percy and the first van, they managed to stay on the rails, and Percy braved on charging through the rain to deliver the mail. The next morning, Thomas felt a sneak off to check the cylinder on the line. When the Topping Hat came back on Percy, Percy was frightened. "Percy had a terrible fright last night," said the Topping Hat. "Why the new cylinder was not working? How could a thing could have happened like that, Thomas?" "Oh, I'm so sorry, sir," said Thomas. "I forgot to breaking my promise." Then it came out rotting out from the carnival. Then he forgot to go back to finish the job. "I'm so sorry, sir. I was checking the cylinder on the line, then saw the sign go to the carnival, so I went there. I go back to check the singles later, but then I forgot. I'm so sorry, sir. I want to be part of the fun what happened from the diesels." The Topping Hat was most annoyed. "There will be no more fun for you for quite some time," said the Topping Hat sternly. "Percy will run your blind line for a while. And as for you, Thomas, you're gonna check on my singers on my railway twice." From that day onward, Thomas made sure to check on every singer on the Topping Hat's railway twice. just to be safe. And he always said that when an engine comes, safety is our first concern, he says.